Welcome in, Chosen Tribe. Elated to have you here this evening. As you check into the chat, be sure to leave an emoji. Let me know how it is you're feeling this evening. And if you're watching this after it was live, let me know how you're feeling when you watch this down in the comments. And I do advise you to check out the pinned comment if you're interested in timestamps and seeing where we do breath work, sound, and where the actual tarot reading begins. If the title called to you, there will be a message in here for you tonight. All right. Let me begin to shuffle the deck, get my energy in alignment. I had a beautiful meditation today. I hope this reading finds everyone well, healthy, happy, feeling in their purpose, getting closer to their manifestations. Oh, I'm going to blow my little fall leaves away. Welcome in, chosen family. Hello, Sarah. Welcome back. Happy to have you here. Tonight is going to be a good reading. I can feel it in my bones, in my soul. I've done so much energetic preparation for this. Very, very much looking forward to it. Burn a little bit of bay leaf. If you're here in the chat, let me know. Leave an emoji for how you are feeling this evening. Let me not burn my plants. Burn a bay leaf for protection. Of course, as always, we are going to begin with 3 mindful, deep rounds of breath, and then 60 seconds of sound, singing bowl. That 3 and the 6 is that 9, the 333, the magic number 3. And tonight we're going to be looking at messages from your galactic family. If you do not know your galactic signature and you're interested in finding out, check out the description. I linked a website that you can receive your galactic signature for completely free, okay? I do encourage you, much like your natal chart, your birth chart, it's very insightful. And I know tonight's topic may not be for everyone. However, it's going to be for whom it is meant for. And let me light this, and then we will get into our breath work and sound. Give me one moment. Please let me know that you can hear me again. Mic check, mic check. All right. So before we get into the breath and sound, I want to let everyone who's in the chat connect with a pile, 1, 2, or 3. I'll be giving you each 2 cards, and you have 3 options to choose from. I am going to also be giving you a love message tonight. If you've been following my channel, you know that I don't usually do love here. I did just upload a love horoscope for the October forecast on my Patreon. Do check that out. If you're interested in joining, you get access to that as well as a bunch of other extended readings, as well as just exclusive content you won't see here. Or you have the option just to make a one-time purchase for that horoscope. So check it out. It's a great way to support the channel and get access to content that you won't see me post and share here on YouTube. All right, beautiful chosen tribe. We are looking for messages from our galactic family. What messages do you have for my chosen tribe, whether they're watching this live, interacting in the chat, or if they're watching this after the live? These readings are timeless. So whenever it finds you, it is meant for you. As promised, you will get one Lover's Oracle message today. So if there's a specific person or situation on your mind or on your heart at this time, visualize this person, visualize this situation, and get very clear about the message or the clarity you're wishing to receive. Oh, okay. Someone's been doing a lot of energy work, Reiki, meditation, moving stagnant energies throughout the body. I see you. So I'm going to give you this time to connect with the deck, potentially even change your mind in the 3 rounds of breath as well as 60 seconds of sound. But for now, here are your 3 piles. Okay. And we will reveal all of the messages after the sound and breath work. But if you want to go with pile number 1, you might resonate with this muscovite. I actually picked up this stone when I went hiking, actually about a year ago now. So if that's calling to you, that muscovite, for the second pile, and just so you can see, I will give you an image for pile number 1 on the Lover's Oracle with that muscovite. And then for pile number 2, here's the image and a seashell, okay, from the ocean. It's not any of the ones that crabs use, so I'm not stealing any crabs' homes. And then last but not least, I'm being drawn to this tiny amethyst, clear crystal quartz. Very small, but don't judge it by its size. And that is going to be for pile number 3. Just 2 cards that you all get to connect with, because next week we're going to be talking about ways to unlock and increase your psychic ability. So allow your intuition to guide you this evening. Okay, let's go ahead and begin with 3 deep rounds of breath. If you're in a safe and comfortable space to do so, I encourage you to close your eyes, let your shoulders relax down away from your ears. And empty all of the air from your lungs. And take a nice deep inhale through the nose, holding at the top and sighing it out through the mouth. Once again, a nice long inhale, filling first the belly, the lungs, and the chest. And this time, releasing it back through the nose. Once again, breathing in through the nose, deepest inhale you've taken all day. Taking an extra sip if you can. And sighing it out heavy. Beautiful. On that second round, I said exhale through your nose, but I exhaled back through my mouth. That must be what my body wanted, releasing any extra tension. When we do inhale, exhale through the nose, it does allow us to calm the parasympathetic nervous system. So it's a great one for anxiety or tension relief. Not everything has to be a reaction to something bad, but it can be proactive, a healthy habit. Just taking 3 rounds of breath every day, tuning in with your breath and your body, your life force, your prana, your energy. Welcome in, everyone in the chat. Welcome in. I'm going to play the singing bowl now for 60 seconds with water inside. I'm going to tap it 4 times for the 4 elements of earth, air, water, and fire, and a 5th time for ether, connecting and harnessing that channel to the divine for tonight's reading from our galactic family. Let us begin. Let me know in the chat where you felt that frequency resonate within your body. And if you're just joining the live chat, please do check out the description and you can click a free link to find out your galactic signature. Much like a birth chart or a natal chart, it provides great insight for your path ahead. So just for those who don't already know their galactic signature, please do check it out. We got sirens going off in the back to commence our reading, so that's how you know it's going to be a good one. Also, we have 3 piles. So before I turn over pile 1, we have a message from the Sacred Spirit reading cards. And then you have 1 Lover's Oracle message. So for pile number 1, we have the Muscovite. If this is calling to you tonight, that might be your pile. Allow your intuition to guide you. And I encourage you to join me on Wednesday when we're going to be doing in real time exercises, practical exercises that you can apply in your daily life to increase and or unlock your psychic intuitive gifts, my chosen family. For pile number 2, with a seashell from the Pacific. The Muscovite from pile 1 is from a hike that I took in the Los Angeles forest about a year ago now. And then a tiny clear quartz. There's a little bit of amethyst on the top. Tiny but mighty. And here's your cards. Whichever one is connecting and calling to you, that is going to be your pile 1 through 3. Before I overturn the cards in pile number 1, just giving you a moment to further connect, I'm going to use this mood ring, this mood stone, to see if we can receive a color or a chakra that may be beneficial to focus on for the next 3 to 7 days. What chakra or color should my chosen tribe be connecting with? Thank you, Galactic family. It looks as though we have a blue-green. So for some of you, it's going to be blue, for others, green. It seems as though it's turning, but it's a little bit of both. So for blue, that would be the throat chakra. And if you notice, I have the blue in the background today, not just the lights on the ceiling, but the diffuser, the globe, the vibe is a little more blue this evening. And for green, that is going to be your heart chakra. So moving from a place of love, ask yourself this week, am I moving out of love or am I moving out of fear? All right. So if you would like to ask a question during tonight's live, check out the pinned comment, check out the description, choose a platform. You can send $5 and you can ask a personal question while this is live. You can also leave a donation if you're being called to. Pile number 1 with the muscovite. We have numbered 21. Illuminate the shadow. Focus on a solution. Illuminate the shadow, focus on a solution. So for those of you who were called to pile number 1, I'm not at all surprised. I said many of you, you've been doing energy work, body work, because you can see it depicted here. This is, for some of you, a passed on love, no such thing as mistake, a passed on lover or loved one, an ancestor. But with this illuminate the shadow, this 2-in-1 in numerology, is the 3. Leave a 333 in the chat if this resonates with you. If you've been solution focused lately, solution oriented, instead of focusing on the problems or allowing yourself to linger in those lower vibrational emotions, you are consistently and almost effortlessly, I'm hearing, pivoting to exactly where it is you need to go next. So anything that looks like stagnancy or looks like a blockage is really just protection or redirection. Now, for others of you, this is going to be light work, working with Reiki, with frequency, with vibration, which is why knowing your galactic signature is so important when we speak of our galactic family, because it's going to let you know which frequencies, which planetary tones align most with you. So you're being called to focus on a solution and to illuminate the shadow, the things done in the dark. Maybe this is a truth that you've hidden. Maybe it is an insecurity. But once you bring it to the light, it actually fuels the flame towards your manifestation, towards your greatest and highest success. So for many of you, this is doing the shadow work, doing the uncomfortable. Maybe that looks like the 3D level of eating more vegetables and finding and focusing on a fitness regimen. For others, this is talk therapy, meditation, just moving your body more in general, speaking your truth instead of keeping it inside of that throat chakra and then it manifesting as stress, anxiety, depression, or dis-ease in your body. When you illuminate the things done in the dark, much as the moon, the divine feminine Luna does, you bring about a balance, an equilibrium, and you shine light on the things that you once tried to bury beneath the surface. And in turn, it's going to make you lighter spiritually, and for some of you, even physically, if your goal is, say, weight loss. That's very specific for one person. Please remember this is a collective reading, but if you'd like one that's personal, one-on-one, specific to you, check the description for bookings. I'm seeing here what looks to be a crow or a raven. I also see a jaguar or a black panther. For some, I'm getting a mourning dove. So be on the lookout for those animals. I'm seeing many eyes coming from this illumination. Once you illuminate the darkness, it's going to bring many eyes and attention on you. This can be the monitoring spirits that we often speak of. If you are a chosen one, you know that you have many eyes that are constantly on you. For some of you, they're actually animals or shapeshifters. You notice them staring at you wherever you go, or you attract them. That, of course, can be from your high vibration and magnetism. But in other times, these lower entities can take on the form of animals just to watch and observe. But what I'm getting here is that it's you with all of these eyes coming out of your crown chakra. You're now monitoring the monitoring spirits. And if you look closely here, you can see none of them are looking you in your eyes. For others, this is the exact opposite. It is your galactic family that is surrounding you at this time. And so you have protection in front, behind, left, and on your right. They're warding off any negative energy that is being sent your way. They're sending you downloads and symbols and signatures, if you will, throughout your daily experience that is giving you clues, almost like you're on a scavenger hunt. And those words scavenger hunt or scavenger or hunt may be prevalent in the next few days. If you hear those words spoken, take account of your surroundings. Beautiful energy for number one. Now let's see for the Lovers Oracle. On the back, your message reads, healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. Healing. Beautiful energy. So for some of you, this is a long-term relationship that even if the end goal isn't to maintain the relationship or to be with that person, you're going to find this balance, a homeostasis in which you two can operate together in the same worlds, potentially for the sake of your children, I'm hearing for some of you, in order to create a copacetic environment. All right. Now for pile number 2 with the seashell. Let me know which pile you chose, if these messages are resonating, if we've gotten to yours yet. One moment. Welcome in, Sebastios, Sarah, Sunny, of course, always happy to have you here as my moderator. The Real Furious Pharaoh, happy to have you all here. I hope this message and this reading finds you healthy and happy. So for pile number 2, your card is the 3 and the 6. So far we've had the 3 and the 9 in numerology. Third eye vision, reclaim your mind. Reclaim your mind. So much blue coming out in this deck tonight and in the environment. So for anyone who is being called to card number 2, this is going to be, if you feel as though you've been ascending from the 3rd into the 4th or the 5th, you are going to unlock a different level over these next 3 weeks, I'm hearing. You're going to be able to do something that you've been working really hard at doing, whether that be in the 3D physical world, in the spirit world, or both. Something is going to unlock and activate for you. I can tell that it's something you've been working at very hard, because my body almost tensed up it's slightly tensed when I pulled this card out. It's like when your breath catches because you see a beautiful sunset, or you don't know what's flying through the clouds at night. It's something that's just, it's going to almost knock the wind out of you, but in the best way possible, because you've been working towards this. I can't even describe it. I almost want to cry. Whoever this card is for, whether you're watching this live or you're watching this after, something you've been pouring a lot of energy into is working out for you. And for many of you, it's going to be a confirmation of a vision you've recently had, a dream in your sleep state that you've recently had. And for many of you, you've spoken this into existence. Not only did you visualize it, not only did you say the affirmations, you did the rituals, you put the work and action behind it, and now it's manifesting. I also can't help but notice that this card has that Fibonacci sequence that we often see with seashells. And although this is a different type of seashell, that's what came with this card. No such thing as coincidence. So that is the number 9, and that is about wish fulfillment with the 9, the completion of something. I'm hearing the completion of the tedious task, and now everything moving forward henceforth is going to be effortless. You're going to magnetize what it is exactly that is meant for you. I'm going to take a sip of my bay leaf tea. Give me a moment. If you're here in the chat and you're enjoying the messages, please don't forget to like. Greatly appreciate it. Now, for confirmation of whatever this is that you're building, it is, I got a little bit of condensation from my tea. It's sturdy. Look at these roots. It's like you've put your heart and your soul into whatever this is. For some of you, it may be that relationship, but for many of you, it's this project, it's this business. And look at these branches. Look how sturdy they are. You're supported. On the back, it reads, wait. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. What a perfect message for this, because you've been feeling stagnant if this card resonated with you. Trees aren't grown overnight. Roots don't run deep overnight. You've had to wait. I don't get this as a future tense. This is past. This is present. This is what you've been doing. You've been waiting, which is why your branches are so strong and your leaves so beautiful. And for some of you, it's going to be that relationship in which you call in someone who matches your energy, who matches your light, and it's going to be nothing but reciprocity. We have heart chakra energy here, throat chakra, and indigo for the third eye as well, to confirm that third eye vision. All right, let me move this candle before I accidentally burn myself. All right. Now, for pile number 3, tiny but mighty. Let's see what messages your galactic family has for you. Wow. Galactic healer, number 17. Move forward with an open mind. So much about the mind tonight, focusing on solutions. Third eye vision, reclaim your mind. Move forward with an open mind. This is number 17, so it's the 8. It's that infinity on its side, abundance. We are in October, the 8th month, technically, octagon, octopus, the 8th month. And 8 is all about abundance, financial abundance, abundance in good health, knowledge, support, love, reciprocity. It's all coming in for you. And everything is coming in through that third eye and crown chakra in all 3 of these cards. Every last one. So your galactic family is speaking to you at all times, which is probably why this reading called to you. We are in the 8th year, the 2 plus the 2 plus the 4 being the 8. I may have some Leos watching this specifically. Some of you have thought, this is going to be very specific for one person. Someone has thought about beekeeping, harvesting honey that's coming through. Maybe you put honey in your tea this morning or today. I'm also just seeing the vibrancy coming from this card. We have pyramids here, the 3 pyramids. Maybe you're studying Egyptology, hieroglyphs. Maybe you're into the pharaohs. There's something about your eyes that mesmerize. And I don't say that to rhyme. It's, as they say, the eyes are the window to the soul. Whoever was specifically called to this third card, it may be a romantic thing, or it just may be anyone you encounter. They're mesmerized and enchanted by your eyes. Some of you may be enchantress. You may be warlocks or witches, the good kind, of course. But a galactic healer. So your galactic family specifically came through. I never get this card in all of the lives. And yet, here it is on the galactic family reading. Galactic healer. Move forward with an open mind. I'd have to watch it back. I'm pretty sure I originally went to pull from the top of the deck and pulled that card from the bottom. Okay, if you're enjoying these messages, leave a 333 in the chat. Let me know you're here. Don't forget to like. It is a great free way to support this energy exchange and connect with the messages. And once again, if you'd like to ask a question while I am live, you can donate $5 at the platform in the pinned comment or the description, and then just post your question in the live chat. This is only available while this is live, of course. All right. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Pharaoh. And no such thing as coincidence. I just checked out a book from the library about ancient Egypt. So while part of saying Pharaoh could have just been my subconscious mind, seeing that we have the real furious Pharaoh in here, I also think it's because I was looking through that book yesterday. And if we are on that collective consciousness that I spoke about on Wednesday, and that's why some of us experience those Mandela effects, well then, when I'm being called to study something, I bet there's other people in this chosen tribe who are in fact studying the exact same thing. All right, one more shuffle. Take a moment. If you're in a safe space to do so, try to connect through your third eye and your crown chakra by looking up with your eyes closed towards your pineal gland, towards your third eye chakra, and channeling in your galactic family, asking them a question for guidance that you want to receive in these cards tonight. Wow. A couple repeat messages here. I love it because it is, every other card is dark or light, either green lush energy or divine feminine womb, cosmic womb, dark energy, dark matter energy. So with the first card, that feminine energy, we have the void. Stop, embrace winter, the great cosmic womb. This goes very well with this weight. I always liken this card to the gestational period of a baby inside of the womb. While you may not see the baby yet, while it may not be earthside, it is every day growing stronger, growing bigger. And although it cannot move freely about the 3D plane, it is very much in existence within its mother's body. And so in this void period, it may feel as though things are stagnant, but there is evidence, much like a mother's belly, that things are brewing. For some of you, I'm hearing a witch's brew and a cauldron. I don't know if you're attending some type of Halloween party or if you literally do rituals or have your own cauldron in which you do light work, shall we say. No voodoo, it's, hoodoo. And this is really National Hoodoo Month. So stop, embrace winter and the great cosmic womb. Many of you are in that 8th month. Think about it. You're getting ready to come earthside or to ascend into the 5th dimension. Next, you have earth pulsing. And now if you see it, you see it. I'm not going to say it for community guidelines. There's a body here, but you can see these mountains and the water coming through here. It almost resembles birth, does it not? Earth pulsing, much like the dilation, right, of a woman's womb, the dilation of her uterus in order to allow the birth from the void into the light, the bright lights of the hospital for most. For some, I'm hearing some of you may have a family member. For some of you, specifically a sister who's getting ready to give birth or become pregnant. And what I love about this is you can see this new life, this water here is pouring into what looks to be the ancestral realm, the as above, so below. Your galactic family wants you to know that even when things appear stark or dark or from winter, you can see back here is winter and cold, Arctic almost, but eventually that slow trickle comes about and you are rebirthed, reborn here. Pulse of the mother, slow down, and time in nature. Harvest season, surely this is when you get to reap the benefits of what you sown. But these messages are coming through very clearly that for many of you, you need to take time for a respite. Take rest, drink fluids, eat nourishing foods, and give to your body. You know, we live in a hustle culture where sleep is often referred to as something negative or something that's holding you back from your progress in the 3D. But on the contrary, sleep is one of the best things you can do for your body. And that message is coming through very clearly. For some of you, it may be a salt bath, a bubble bath. I myself am going to take one after this reading to cleanse myself of the energies and to reset for the week ahead. Time in nature, slow down. Don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. Stop, embrace the winter, the great cosmic womb. And I am so sorry for card number 3. I never read this one for you guys and no one said anything. Sorry about it. It is sacred union. Honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. I am so sorry I skipped your lover's oracle message. Sacred union. So many of you are being called to slow down. You're going through seasons, much like we do have evergreen trees. Mother Nature takes time to show off her vibrant colors, then to shed, then to be bare, to be naked, and then to regrow again, stronger and another version of herself. And here is another cosmic womb, dark matter energy to follow up that earth pulsing with the great severing. Mars energy. So this is masculine energy. We may have some Aries here in the chat. Anger, conflict, and softening to love. So for some of you, you've been, as I've talked about, especially as your manifestations get closer, more monitoring spirits come about your path to try to deter you. And that can look like heightened emotions, very high highs and very low lows. So for some of you, you've been having really great days, and then out of nowhere it's like anything could set you off. The smallest things are making you angry, and I'm hearing that that's out of character for most of you. This isn't something you've dealt with in the past. Anger is usually something that you can gain control of rather quickly. You feel it, you honor it, but you let it move through you. Because remember, emotions are simply energy in motion, which is why when you send someone else negative energy, you're only harming yourself because it first has to pass through you. So you're being called, very specific message from your galactic family. And this even kind of mirrors one of the photos I used in the thumbnail. Softening to love. What was dry, barren, desert is going to be, when you soften to love, slow down and spend time in nature, it goes from this, waters running dry, to this. And knowing that when you're in this period, it's part of the process. You didn't take a detour or a wrong turn somewhere on the way. You just have to slow down and recharge and come back into that equilibrium, which has been a huge focus at this time. And no surprise with that autumnal equinox taking place just 2 Sundays ago. So for many of you, as we said at the beginning of the reading, asking yourself, am I moving in love or am I moving out of fear? Am I moving from a place of purpose or am I moving from fear of judgment from others? I'm also just noticing that these, at one point, this was very lush and green. So for some of you, this great severing is releasing and letting go of the dead ends that are no longer serving you. Something that has served its time, served its purpose. You can tell because the proof is all around you. And what's left are beautiful memories from the past, where you can see windows and homes once overlooked, probably very lush green mountains and a beautiful stream running through that probably provided a lot of water for the village. This is definitely giving ancient Egypt here, and I can almost see a pharaoh or a mummy popping through. I don't know if you can all see that face there. So it's the human brain is programmed to see faces and everything, but some of you've been seeing faces a lot lately in the strangest places, in a bowl of cereal, in the leaves of your plants, looking into your cup of coffee, even. And now, once again, after going through that great severing, you are bestowed with Venus energy, abundance, water, divine feminine, earth energy. And look at all these planets. For some of you, this gold yellow color is the color of your home planet from your galactic family. I love this Venus energy. For many of you, Friday is your favorite day of the week, not because you get paid and not because it's the weekend, but your energy. Maybe you were born on a Friday. It helps to know your birth chart. Maybe you were born on a Friday, vendredi en français, or Venus, Venusian energy. You may also be a Libra, but it's asking you, your galactic family is encouraging, urging you to surrender to the sweetness. Venus energy, pleasure, joy, and make love to life. If you're interested in love, because I don't do it much here on this channel, you can always, of course, book a one-on-one reading, but do check out the Patreon. I just shared a Romance Angels Oracle poll today, 4 cards, and they were quite juicy. So much passion coming out in your love life. I encourage you to check it out. You can either join as a monthly membership or you can just purchase just that horoscope as a one-time purchase, if that's calling to you, especially if this card is calling to you because it coincides. All right. Let me swap out some decks here. Take a sip of my tea. Let me know if these messages are resonating. Don't forget to like the chat. Little bay leaf tea tonight. Keep the throat chakra primed to deliver these messages. And also a daily download I had today that I wanted to share with you all is no matter what generation you're born into, while the 3D may look different from what your ancestors' 3D world looked like, your inner worlds will always remain the same. So those evergreen, timeless messages are so important, speaking to your elders, not necessarily because I saw this quote somewhere where it said, don't listen to your elders because they were right more than you, but because they were wrong more than you. We learn the most through pain for most of us, love and pain, right? Hand on the stove, not going to do that again. Heartbreak, a little more caution the next time, right? Leave an emoji in the chat. Let me know how the collective is feeling on this Saturday night. I want to know what emotions we're all going through. Are they the same? For me, I'm feeling very calm, very serene today. I'm sure it's from the meditation as well as the music, but it almost feels like that I'm in the void. I'm embracing. Although I'm working and delivering these messages and preparing for lives next week, I am taking a lot of time outside of that to replenish my energy because I am no good with an empty cup, to myself, most importantly, and then to you all. And that's going to be a message for my empaths, for my fellow psychics and clairvoyants, figuring out a balance, that word today, the equilibrium of being of service, your purpose, your why, but also being able to openly receive just as much as you're giving, not expecting it, but knowing when is too much, leaving something for yourself. And we're going to use the Dust to Onyx deck. Haven't used this one in a while. Feeling tired? Yes. I guess feeling really relaxed is like one notch away from sleepy. And then we have a sun energy. So we got some masculine, bright, raw energy, solar plexus. All right. I'm going to split the deck this way. Let's get some closing messages. This will be the final deck tonight. So if you do want to ask that personal question, go ahead and do that now. Check out the pinned comment to see how to do so. Spirit, please show. Oh, that just keeps coming out in every reading. I saw the Wheel of Fortune in there as well. Please show. All right. Let's take one more. 3 and 3, 4 and 4. All right. This message, if you've been in these readings, this has been popping out quite a bit. The 8 of Staffs, there's that 8 again. The 8 of Wands, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There's confirmation from earlier. For many of you, this is that ascension out of the 3D into the 5th and above. For some of you, I always think of this as my astral travel card, as my out-of-body experience. If you're trying to unlock and activate your divine gifts, that would be a great practice. And don't so much focus on being victorious your first time trying to out-of-body travel, or don't expect to be able to do it every time, even if you're a seasoned interdimensional traveler. Go into it with an open mind, an open heart, and just get better at it. Much like working a muscle, meditation works, quieting the mind works in the same way. All right, yes, Leo. I said that I felt a Leo energy in here earlier. There we go. So with this 8, it is that infinity, that abundance. It is evenly keeled, even balanced. It keeps coming out that way tonight, and I wouldn't want to have it any other way. This is also, once again, talking about that equinox, the celestial bodies, the celestial events that have been taking place and that are allowing your frequency, your galactic frequency to rise, to resonate with that home planet you are from. So for many of you, you'll be able to access this divine channel or access that home planet when you meditate or when you sleep in the dream state. Some of you may be Libras born in October, because although it's supposedly the 10th month, as I say, Oct is the 8th. Set, September, S-E-P-T, set is 7 in French. So they hide the truth right in plain sight. You know, if you know about the Gregorian calendar, then you know. Leo rising, there we go, Sarah, 2 Leos. I knew I was feeling that Leo energy. So your manifestations are coming in. They're aligning for you with that abundant 8, that karmic cycle. It also makes me think of having on binoculars and being able to see very clearly your path ahead. For some of you, maybe even the first time. And with that comes the illumination of the moon energy we spoke of at the very beginning of this reading. Moon energy, Cancer. I often associate this with Cancer and Pisces. Very watery energy. Can also be Scorpio. Now, this is numbered 18 in the tarot deck. So the 1 and the 8 being the 9 once again. I also see this looks to be a bull. So although the moon isn't usually associated with Taurus energy, Taurian energy, I am getting that in this deck from this moon card. Once again, shadow work, things done in the dark coming to light. For some of you, this is specifically a divine, masculine, galactic leader who you have direct connection to. Some of you, when you signed up to come back, this was your father or your grandfather in this galactic federation. And this person dresses very vibrantly. They're shrouded in many crystal quartz and high quality crystals because they understand and overstand the power of vibration, the power that these stones have to heal and to create energy and magnetism. Because you are an electromagnetic being, my friend. And for many of you, especially my Leos, getting that electricity from the sun, Ra, and then getting your magnetism from the ley lines that run beneath the earth. Yes, that yin and that yang, the black and the white, the light work and the shadow work, both serving your greatest and highest good. It's oftentimes when we remove that mask and show people who we are that your abundance starts to flow in. Because when you're hiding parts of yourself and you're not living in alignment with who you truly are, you can't attract in the things that are actually meant for you. Next, we have number 3, which keeps coming out a lot. Drop it in the chat. 333. We have Queen Mother, Empress Energy, Major Arcana. Fruitful, abundant. This also comes with the stone earlier, the mood. There's that green sitting right atop her crown. Heart chakra energy, completely covered in earth energy here. Unashamed, unabashedly herself, knowing that it is in her divine feminine power and her divine feminine body that makes her who she is. For many of you, with your crown covered, it's because you often receive much chatter from the spirit world. And I'm hearing specifically when you meditate with a stone on your third eye or your crown, it will quiet the chatter of the noise you're not trying to hear. For others, when you come on camera, some days when you're feeling a little more depleted, you may not show your face, or you simply may not show your hair, your coils, your antenna, your ether, your divine channel to your galactic family. Last but not least, more fire energy. We have Little Staff, which is the Page of Wands in the traditional tarot. A warrior. This card has come out recently too. I am definitely getting teamwork here. And with these are buildings. I almost get Tower of Babel, but with it, I'm almost getting by the holiday, by Christmas time, whether you celebrate the commercialized holiday or not, no judgment, and just giving you a time frame of when your manifestations will come in. The page is curious. The page is always willing to learn. On its shadow side, it can be immature or novice at what it's doing. It may be starting for the first time, but it's going to grow quickly within the next 2.5 months, I'm getting for most of you, or by the fake new year, January 1st. As in case we don't know, the real new year is April 1st, aka April Fool's Day, because us fools fall for it every year. If you know, you know. So with this energy, I'm also getting, look at that, those goggles. There's that infinity again, and there's that focus. Here's also that mask, but I'm getting this mask is for war. It's for protection. I'm getting with this ring coiled at the top, Kundalini energy rising. Your family jewels, whether that be procreation or that be the divine knowledge that has been passed down from your galactic family and from your earthly ancestors to you. You are a spiritual warrior, which is why you're seen here with this armor. You're dressed as much like the Prince Arjuna we spoke about in last week's live with this second moon coming. You have many people who look up to you, and you have many people who are going to follow in your footsteps. Yes, I love this deck, Sunny. It's my absolute favorite. And if you all could feel this deck, it's like velvety smooth. I absolutely love the vibrancy and just the extra layer it adds. So once again, with that coil, with that snake sitting at the crown, it's also giving Pharaoh energy, ancient Egypt. Once again, that keeps coming out. I'm also seeing a baseball mitt. So some of you may have played baseball or softball growing up, or you've been watching these these playoffs, these finals. I used to be very big into sports. I played sports in college. I don't watch them so much now, but I still love the physical activity of it. There is an amber resin I'm seeing. For some of you, this may be almost like a syrup or a candy. And it may be something you're creating or someone, you're going to see it in a window when you pass by. Very specific message for some. It's going to look like sheets of raw honey or like a maple syrup. Okay. It's going to be darker, more amber in color, a darker amber color. And there's going to be a message for you in your general vicinity. Do a 360 if you're in a safe place to do so, to look out for that message your Galactic family is going to be sending to you. Because if you're in this live or if you're watching this after and you're tuning into that energy, if you know your galactic signature, well, now you're going to have both sides of that, both your benevolent ancestors as well as your galactic family reaching out and sending you these symbols along your path. All right, beautiful chosen tribe. That is going to be the last card for tonight. Thank you all so much for being here with me. I greatly appreciate your energy. Thank you for supporting my time, my energy, and my magic. Please do tune in this Wednesday. I go live every Wednesday, every Saturday, 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, 10:30 p.m. Eastern time. And this coming Wednesday, we will be doing real-time practical exercises together in which we can either unlock or increase, if you've already unlocked, your psychic and intuitive abilities. So you don't want to miss that one. I do urge you to join the Patreon. It's a great way to support this channel. And it also unlocks many exclusive readings, horoscopes, and or you can just make a one-time purchase if there's a specific extended reading or reading that calls to you and you don't actually want to be a member monthly. So I give you the option of either or. Once again, thank you all for being here. Until next time, I am sending you peace, love, and elevation in consciousness. Namaste and Ase.